Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on? I hope you're all having a fabulous day, and I am back. I know some people thought it had never happened. The rumors were coming out. They're false. Don't listen to them. Ignore them. We're back. And first of all, I need to explain where I have been. So, long story short, my PC broke. There was no way I could record. I couldn't do it on a laptop or anything. The quality just wasn't good enough. And you know what we're like. We like to provide you guys with good quality content. And what I mean is, it wasn't the content we were providing, it was just how the recordings looked and how the audio all went in, and it was just naff. So, Sam has done an amazing job, so picking up the slaps, a big up him and massive thank you to him. But yeah, with my PC, 4 or 5 different components all had faults with it. It was basically, smoke was like coming out the top of it. It's just unusable. So we're back now. It's fixed. It's sorted. So yeah, that was just a little bit of an update, and now we are back and it is coming at you quickly. The uni course has been done, so you know how it is. Yeah. Right, so thank you. That was just a little quick introduction as to where I have been. So yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, I need to remind you, this is not financial advice. I myself am in no way a financial advisor. I'm a university student doing economics and finance at uni. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. All stock, shares, assets, commodities, cryptocurrencies, everything we bring to this channel, everything is a battlefield. We can only scout the battlefield for you. We cannot fight the battle for you. So please make sure you do your own due diligence. And yeah, now we'll actually get into the video. Come on. So, Bitcoin. Bitcoin crashed massively the other day. Is it a time to buy? Well, before we actually understand whether Bitcoin is whether it's a good time to buy, we need to understand what is Bitcoin. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have clicked on this video, already knows what it is, so I'm sorry if it's like I'm kind of teaching you to suck eggs, all the rest of it. Well, Bitcoin was established in 2009. It's been in the mainstream media since 2013, when the first kind of bubble happened, where it reached $2,500. And yeah, it is a cryptocurrency. There are no physical Bitcoins or the physical kind of tokens as a sense. It's all kept on a public ledger that everyone has transparent access to. Everyone knows what everyone's doing with it. And yeah, all Bitcoin transactions verified by a massive amount of computing power. So everything's legitimate and all the rest of it. They're not backed by any banks or governments, and Bitcoins in themselves are not valued as a commodity because, you know, they're not real. Even though it is a legal tender. It's really popular. It's triggered a bunch of other coins like Doge, everything, Doge, Pancake, Ether, loads of other Bitcoin or loads of other altcoins that have all been triggered from the success of Bitcoin. So yeah, it's currently sat. The one thing with Bitcoin is it does have a cap on it. There are a maximum of 21 million Bitcoins that can be put in circulation. Hence why, as we're getting close to the time, as of recording, there have been 18.6 million Bitcoin or something mined. But once it reaches 21 million, that is it. You can no longer mine any more Bitcoin. This just adds to the kind of scarcity of it. Now, furthering on from that point, that means Bitcoins are scarce. They're not a freely available thing like, I know the US dollar is something like there is 17 trillion US dollars in circulation or something. It is a lot rarer than what that is. So scarcity is one key component that increases the price of a certain item, whether it be cryptocurrency, whether it be, I don't know, Pokemon cards, like, you know, you got a Charizard there, and yeah, it's worth a lot of money now just due to the fact they are rare, and they're also in demand. So another way they can appreciate in value is the demand for them. Again, Pokemon, linking it back to that, there's a massive demand for Pokemon cards at the moment. So the rarer and the scarce Pokemon cards that are even more highly demanded are worth more money due to there being a limited supply, and there is more money piling in chasing that same good. So That is why. And the demand will only ever increase. Now, why will the demand only ever increase, I hear you ask? Well, the demand will only ever increase because of the media attention that it's been brought to, and the fact that they are, like other companies, are now legally allowing people to buy their goods using Bitcoin. For example, Tesla the other day. Now, Elon Musk has been hacking a lot of people off because every time he opens his mouth, you know, you may as well have your notifications set to Elon Musk's Twitter at the moment. As soon as he mentions some form of stock, buy in straight away and then sell on though a couple of weeks later, because that seems to be how the market or what the market's doing at the moment. But Tesla the other day were allowing you to buy with Bitcoin. They've since stopped that because Elon Musk, you know, the price rose to a new high after Tesla bought 1.5 million Bitcoins. They then came out with some excuse saying that it wasn't good for the environment, so they're not allowing any form of kind of Bitcoin purchases on Tesla anymore. But it's not just Tesla. There are other companies that are leaning towards using Bitcoin. Like I think eBay are looking towards using Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like that. So all of these things will keep the price rising. Now, before we can assess whether or not it's a good idea to buy into Bitcoin, we need to understand why it actually crashed. Now, it fell 27% May 18th and then a further 50% on May 19th. It fell off of the cliff, as you can see from the graph. Now, why did that happen? Well, the risk with an asset like Bitcoin is it is very dependent on what other currencies are doing. It thrives on money printing. So whenever money printing is threatened, Bitcoin seems to just pull back a little bit. And the reason I say this is backed up by the fact that Bitcoin had that awful kind of session on May 19th, which is when the Fed released a set of meeting minutes that suggested it might be time to retract all of the kind of money printing and slow the money printing pace right down. So again, that is just it's giving me a strong indication that this is one of the main reasons for this massive crash, is due to this correlation between other currencies becoming weaker due to the oversupply of them. And yeah, so as soon as that oversupply stops, Bitcoin just seems to suffer. So is very interesting. So Bitcoin, as well as that, plays a lot on the inflation and all the rest of it. So it may just, we may just see a little bit of suffering for the time being while the American economy is trying to cool off a little bit. Now, is it a good time to buy? Well, as we can see from the Bitcoin rainbow chart, it actually explains Bitcoin pretty well. Now, I know we need to ignore fully all of this kind of stuff up here, the maximum bubble territory, sell seriously, hodl, all the rest of it. We do need to try and avoid that writing because the actual graph itself explains it pretty well. And this is a proper graph. The website has just taken it and added all of the extra bits to it. But this graph was actually created by a proper set of analysts. And we can see up here, they predict that the maximum price it could possibly reach in about 2024 is getting over 500,000 US dollars. And again, the lowest price is looking at $60,000. However, you need to put it into your own perspective. One, can you hold on to Bitcoin through the highs and the lows? Because it seems like every 3 to 4 years, Bitcoin crashes massively, but then it rises back 3 times to what it crashed to. So can your heart take it? Do you believe in what this is? And you need to ask yourself these questions, not just for Bitcoin, but for every stock you enter. Am I getting into this for the right thing? What's my strategy with this? However, Bitcoin, to me, looking at the charts, looking at the data, and looking at how Bitcoin is now being widely accepted through actual banks, through actual companies to be used properly, I just think it's going to become a lot more in demand. It's going to be used for a lot more, and that in turn will increase the demand, as we've already said. I know Coinbase are using a thing with a Coinbase card now where you can use cryptocurrencies to actually purchase things. So when that starts coming to fruition, I think you'll see not just Bitcoin, but a lot of other cryptocurrency raising in value. So again, do I think Bitcoin is a good buy now? Yes, I do. Absolutely. It is, like it says here, it's basically a fire sale. So I think at the moment we may see it fall to 30,000, but it was kind of like there was a strong support level down at 30,000. It seems to have broken that now. We're currently sat at $35,780-ish dollars, and yeah, I just think it's a really, really good time, and I can see this easily hitting six figures, especially with everyone getting into it, the media attention it's getting, and yeah. So that's all from me today, guys. I'm so happy to be back. Sorry if it wasn't the sharpest video and all the rest of it. I just need to get back into the full swing of things. The community has been so amazing. Sam's been amazing with having to pick up the slack. So yeah, until next time, take care, guys.